So, hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Just more or less taking it easy at this point, and we're just gonna do some drawing. Some stuff I'm doing in the back, just off stream, because basically, at the current stage, in terms of what I plan to do for next month, 9 out of 10 chances is going to use the new Blue Archive characters, which means it's time for yet more, well, less fashion-based swimsuits and more practicality-based wetsuits, because the Odyssey Marine School, I think it's called, is officially going to be joining the game. But for now, just gonna take it easy, just gonna work on something a bit more on the calm side. There's no rush on getting any of this done, so just going to work through some fan art stuff for Hololive doing their round of baseball for the year. They're actually doing it after Koshien, because Koshien should be ending about now. I think it just ended a little while ago, actually. Should have been earlier this week, or was it last week? Somewhere around there. Alright, so what we're looking at is effectively, for those unfamiliar with Power Pro, is a relatively deformed and simplified character. I think for all intents and purposes, the arm, which is usually under a sleeve, should be behind the ball, which is the hand. There's no legs, there are shoes, and there's no mouth or nose. So, and the body is basically a egg with a slightly flatter top and bottom. It's hidden. You can kind of see Meal on the side here. This was, I'm looking at a screenshot that I just snatched from the stream. I think we're going to follow the same style with the skirt. The skirt, honestly, I played a lot of Power Pro. The skirt isn't that common, I feel like. I'm actually trying to think if I ever remember seeing that in the actual game. Because the skirts look a little weird because there's no legs. But regardless, let me just... Okay, I'm just like looking at a cap. For the way the front, was this the beak or lip? I actually don't know what this part of the thing is called. So this goes around like the front side of your head, and then this actually goes up, because instead of going around your head at a level, the actual main part of a cap is higher at the front and lower at the back, so that actually sits on your head without blocking your eyes. Okay. It's very convenient I just have a cap line right next to me. So basically, we are looking for a line, probably that goes yoink, like... Probably around here is... Let me just make this a different color. Right around here-ish should be the front of the cap, and then this should wrap around her head. Probably should actually just go... do that going underneath. The style is effectively a form of chibi, so have a little bit of leeway on how I do a lot of the parts here. The details can be quite exaggerated. Also, for all intents and purposes, instead of following the very high detail logo down here, we're going to work with the much lower detail of the actual effectively what you can make in game, because while there is customization options nowadays that have been expanded inside the game, it's not that fancy. It's basically just a text logo up front. You know, I think for they made it a little bit fancier than just like what will be in game, but we're just gonna work with like the in-game uniform. Alright, so basically just going to put a hat over the top of the head. So this is going to reduce the requirement of finishing the top of the head. Be a little bit generous with the thing here just to make it a little bit less of a pain to work with. Just let that wrap around. And then we want to bring this around here on this side as well. Giving it a lot of like clearance here, so there shouldn't be any problems with this part in general, I think. Put that through, put that through. Okay, you know what? Let me just look this up. Cap part. What is the front of this thing called? A bow? Is that called a bow? Top. Crown, button, front right panel, top view. A bow. Apparently it's called a bow. Okay. Sure. Alright, so basically this has to go in front of the actual cap part here. How does this work on? Where's the cap doing? This bit is the bit that's like more or less level with your eyes, right? Hmm. Bum. I think with the build, I want to do is basically just form it on top, on the in front of the main part of the cap here. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Hmm. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Is that the best way to deal with this? And just change the shape based on what I need at the front? Should this be lower down? Or should this actually come in earlier? It's basically following the shape of the thing on the outside. Whoop. Bum, 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 bum. Honestly, I should just be doing the same as this, right? Wait, this isn't going out quite as far. I mean, the angle is like different, but probably. Should also be just see shorter in general. It just isn't as long. Bum, 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 bum. Ba, ba, bum. Whoop. I always fuss over this part of the cap way too much. It was also supposed to be a little bit 3D, what I do. Actually, this should be more like the helmet, shouldn't it? Why have to do a helmet? What they end up looking like? If we do a helmet, what does it need to do? Okay, a helmet I don't have lying around, so let me just look that up. I have it somewhere. How much of the head should this actually cover at this point? It's like pretty much up to the cheek, isn't it? Let me just do some Googling here. Let me see if I can just dig out. No? Ba, 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 bum. I want to do that then. If I do like actual God here, then I need a to redo the hair a little bit. Hmm. Hmm. But this goes underneath. Hmm. It actually reduces the need for a back piece. You know, still want to stick our ears clean out of the top here. I'm still gonna turn this into a top piece. Should be about here, here. Let's just work with that assumption. Let's just work with that. Whoa. I think it's a lot rounder than it probably should be, but... we'll just do it like this. Why not? Yeah, sure. Let's go. What do I want to do here? That's just the usual here, isn't it? I actually just want to do something like... We'll hide that with the fluff. Sure. So, I should do that a different way, don't I? Basically, treat just like a hole that this is coming out of. How's the left ear working if I'm going to do the right ear like this? Also, this probably needs to be like a little bit. Does it just need to sit on top, or does it need to sit? I mean, basically, you won't be able to see the hole coming out of anyway. Okay, actually, just... go 1, 2... go front and the fluff, at least. Question is where to put the back, or we don't need the back at all. I just did the wrong layout then. Glorious. Oh, there you go. There's Mio indeed. Working with the Power Pro style here, given the what is currently starting over on the Hololive side, because they're starting their baseball late. I don't need a inside section here, do I? I just literally need to go like stick the fluff out the side. This is more just going to be a thing I'm doing in my own time, but let's do something like this. Let's make that a little bit rounder. This is not starting next month's project yet. You know what? Let's make this round. Yeah, let's do that. Everything's a little bit more deformed, so you know what? Round is probably fine. Stick that out the side. Okay, I think I need to kind of do a whole like shape for the ear to come out of, or just do it like this. Okay, I'm okay with that for the head for now. I need to take another look at the hair if I want to do a helmet instead of a cap, because I did the hair based on the presumption I was going to do a cap. You know, honestly, if I don't want the helmet, what I need to do is take this off. Alright, then... how do we need to do the body? All of the body should be below... oh, this is, I'm intending to animate this, which is why, I need to go through all of the, good old mental gymnastics of working out where everything needs to sit. I think we're just gonna have to settle with this bit of the hair having to go behind the body, so we just do all the body parts here, I think, because we just need to do below the head, in front of the back hair, and it should behave just like that. Alright, I think I was being a little generous looking at these with the old neck portion. Well, the head doesn't actually float, so we will put the bean of a body into this. So basically you want to go is that too wide at the bottom, or is it not wide enough at the top? Or is it just not wide enough in general? Actually, no, I think I'm gonna go just try and open this up a little bit more. Kind of like about this. I'll just close this off to make it easier to work with. Just more of the usual. Close that off. And then, what's the best way to deal with the skirt here? Okay, let me just zoom in a bit. Is the tail... The tail is totally under the skirt, isn't it? It's not really much of an effective lower body with these characters, so... I think it's below the skirt. Or do we work under that presumption? I think we should work under that presumption. Even though my draft, the quick draft I did, definitely has the tail exterior on the outside to the skirt. Do I want the... Her was it what are those called? Those that kind of string knot thing. Like some kind of Shinto symbol, isn't it? Oh, should our hair be coming down better, actually? Let me just look here. Because we're looking at a bit of an angle. I feel like I should just go 1, 2, about here. Just stick another one out here. That should be fine. Just roll the body in here. Okay, so skirt basically... Actually, no, I think the body should be that wide. Skirt should go over the top here, I think. So we do want to cut off a little bit of the body here to basically put the skirt in. Ideally, with the angle, I don't really want to end up with any of the underside showing, so we're gonna try and avoid that in general. Okay, I think the belt should be okay as... Actually... Yeah. What to do about the belt? If I separate the belt, I could make it float. Make it float, then it gives me a little bit of leeway if the body needs to turn, like, even just a little bit. Also, we're just going to shush this out a little bit. And we're just gonna go hit and round that a little. Yeah, that's not gonna flow very well, but whatever. So basically the belts do go something like... Let's just go like this. Let's be a little lazy here. Neat. Okay, so the fun bit with the hands is that the arm basically just needs to be a tube. One of the fun Live 2D quirks where it's better if I just make this a straight cylinder for now. And the hand, I think this, I actually need this one to be on the underside of this, right? Because this hand will always be pointing away from the camera. Yeah, that makes sense. We'll be a little lazy of the hand. We're just actually gonna do a circle here. Hello there, how you doing? For all intents and purposes, the left arm is the exact same thing, so we're just gonna duplicate it and move it around a little bit. This basically needs to be behind the body, so we're actually gonna put this behind everything here. So now we have a second arm here, basically. These will need to bend around a little bit. For the most part, the hand is the important bit, because that's the bit that needs to move around. But regardless, let us stick a bat into here. A bat. So this is the bit I've been thinking about. Last time I did Power Pro figures, the two ends of a bat going through the hand, you can kind of see in the actually you can't see it right now, but we just shift this across a little bit. This is basically consistent with the game. The hands, there's no fingers, so you want to grip something, you just stick it right through like that. So what I think I need to do is actually create an end and create the two ends of the bat. One side will be behind the hands. That would be the main body, like this portion of the bat, and then the bit in front will be the bit sticking out in front of the hands. So I think for all intents and purposes, I can literally just go what? Basically just need what? Always the in looking like. I'll just create a cylinder here again. You know what? I'm actually gonna make this into multiple parts. I can turn it a little bit. Make it so that it's a bit more turnable. So this into a folder. Let me just paste that in. This is the grip. And then we just need a 1. We want to do Can I do this in one piece, or is it better if I do it in 2? This goes on top. This is basically the edge, and then we put underneath the actual end piece here, which would basically just need to go something like this underneath, like so. Acting as to the bottom. Should that be a little rounder too? Maybe I could just be like that by doing this. Angle's a little off. Well, I'll get the point through. Then we want the actual bat behind everything. Where we're just going to stick this and go. Actually, I should probably use a straight line tool here. Let's be smart person, use a straight line tool. Then we just want to round it out. Should it be longer? Oh, I could change that. That's not hard to change. Round out the top of this a little bit more. Why does my back hurt? Hold on, I'm gonna stand up. I like slouched over in my chair, which is definitely not good practice. Alright, you go over there. Alright, stretch a bit. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can live with that. Alright. Then for right pieces. You know what? Let's just follow this. Alright. Alright, now what do we want to do with this bit here? Need like a little bit of our hair coming out over here, so I think we'll just stick a piece. Wait. Oh, these are left pieces. Hold on. What am I doing? Put that in the folder. Left. That's it there. This. I think I made her hair a little shorter than it probably should be, but because her hair is long, like long. And it also folds outwards, which makes it a little bit weird to look at once you kind of reach the bottom of it. So the hair ends up actually more doing it at this angle then. So it's folding back out, so it's literally just what, like a circle, like a curve here, because it's folding outwards again. It just needs to cover that area, so I guess it's not really that important, but I will just settle with that for now. I think for the tail, we'll actually have it in front of a couple of pieces here. We'll keep it in front of all of these parts. We'll just go tail here. Behind the body? Yeah, behind the body. I think I'm gonna keep it above the or outside of the skirt completely, so it's not poking up from below. Kind of follow what I'm looking at instead of trying to do the tail. I do have a reference image of her, but I don't think I have a reference image of her tail on hand. How much of her tail can I see in this? Hold on, let me have a look. Ah! Okay, yeah. That's not going to be helpful. Then, how much am I going to need to be able to see the bottom of the spikes? Even if we take steps here, I don't think I really need the bottom of the spikes, right? I'll make the shoes here quite a bit bigger. That basically deal with that. Just make some little flexibility. I think the tip of this should probably be flatter, more rounded out. That means that here. I want the ear guard. Turn into a helmet instead. If I do it like this, I do need to redo the hair a bit because it needs to fold in to the hat a bit more. The helmet. Bum. Well, I just create separate pieces for that. Yeah, just create separate pieces of that. It's probably smarter. I need that should be fine. Then we want to go back to here, and we just want to remove a bit of this. I actually want to bring this in a bit from where I've done. probably thinking way too hard about this. Boy. Let's just go on to here. Where is this? We can just literally take this and just go. Don't know how I feel about that. Alright, let's make some color layers. I'll mess around with the using a helmet after this. Alright, let's go color. Copy, paste, paste. Wow. Doing these chibi figures really, there's a lot less layers. There's so many less layers. Oh, way. Do I need this to be separate though? Alright, let's just go through this. Is that everything? Alright, there's gonna be a bit of a flashbang, so look away for a moment. Alright. Green screen it is, okay. Get in here. Did I close? I didn't close these off, did I? Nope. You know what? That should be smart about to close this off. And let's go ahead and close this off too. I'll plan to find out what kind of monstrosity I've created. Okay, so for this, what we want to do is do this. Then we want to go... Basically the same black all the way through, isn't it? It's literally just per black, because we're just using it with this. But we're doing the bill for the cap. Do we actually want the red? But I think we're doing the helmet. I think the whole thing should just be black. I don't think she's done her uniform in game yet, so. Look, let's actually, or was it just the edge of this? Kinda hard to tell, isn't it? Give me her. Does she have a root down here? Oh, really? Give me this. Oh, that's a crayon. Hum, hum. You're not gonna leave a whole bunch of her head empty. And just leave it to a top piece to cover it all. Well, I think that has covered it all, but... Oh, wait. That's just very lazily do a top piece here. I don't actually think I need to cover anything, but just do as kind of as general good practices. Yeah, these are back pieces. I'm just not going to be too careful with the shape here. Honestly, it doesn't interfere with Village and Wolf, it really doesn't matter. But the actual important part of shape. Give me... Yes. Which eye is this? Give me... yeah, something like that. Oh, then the lash in one piece. Is that going to be a problem? That's going to be a problem. Well, this is going to be annoying. Oh my! That just scared me. Hello to the reading party. Welcome to the stream. Why is my... okay, there we go. I'll just do it like that, and then... we shall... what's the best way to do this? I'll just create a cut here, we'll just create a cut here, we'll just go like this. Just be a little lazy with it. That's just a sketch line, that's fine. Cut that off, cut that off, cut that off, cut it off, cut it off, okay. Then we'll just go... oh, a crayon ideally. Just do that. Gotta rethink the shape of the eye a little bit here. Alright, let's just grab, where's this? Give me this. Alright, then we need to just make a copy of this, make a copy of this. We're going to go down to here, paint that in. Did I go all the way through? No, it didn't. Oh. Okay then. Then turn this off, turn this off. Do we want to make a cut? Here and here. Then we just want to get rid of the rest of this. Then we'll just grab this color and go right there, pop that in, and then that should go on top. Let's just use our hair color again for the yeah, might as well, right? Give me hair color. Use that for the brow. Okay. Basically that bit. I'll deal with the bone lash later. The red can come in later as well. We don't need the hairpiece. Actually just a single color basically. Okay, hand. Where's the other hand? Hand. Uniform, I need this color. Arm. Body, do that. Now we'll go a little bit darker, right? Or we just want to use the same color and rely on the outline. We could just rely on the outline. Are these closed off? Actually, don't think they're closed off. Oh, they're closed off on one side, right? Then I'm gonna go. Shoes. Give me this. Whoop. 1, 2. Bum, 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 bum. We go tail. That closes off. Nope. um. Neat. Right, where's the arm? Turn this off for a bit. Alright, I'm gonna be a little lazy here. Let me just deal some colors. Give me this. Give me this. all the pieces. Alright, let's see what kind of monstrosity I've created. The head's a bit short. The hair is currently a bit short. Alright, the real question is, can I just do this? Grab specifically this and this and just go. I mean, it doesn't look any more ridiculous than it already did, so maybe we'll just go with that. Obviously there's not enough ridge in there, but I think we'll just finish up here for the day. I'll do the detail coloring and then I'll see if I can slam in the modeling and animation all in one day. We don't need to do that many motions on this. I would actually want to try and mess with a helmet instead of just a cap. That does need to change a couple of parts with the hair, so anyways, I'll just be messing around with this until next week. Next week we'll start the project for September. The basically the same thing I've been doing for the last couple of months. So month-long live 2D project. But for now, we'll just finish up the week with probably just Mio here. Probably gonna mess with the rest of them in my own time. Probably mess with this, honestly, in my own time as well, before next stream. Alright, so anyways, thank you very much for watching today's session of live 2D art for little chibi figure. Well, it's not really chibi figure, it's pretty much just the style of the Power Pro. If you want to see more of this, be subscribed or follow, depending on where you're watching from. Leave a like, cause that helps me out, and I'll see you again next time.